Hey, what's going on? Professor Gain. I had to re-record this a second time because the audio came out a little bit messed up on the last one, so hopefully this comes out a little bit better. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what I can see on Blackboard. It's not probably what you see. You probably have many more options than I do because I only have access to the student part, but I'll show you what I got anyway. Again, mine is for PACE. Yours is going to be for Lehman. I don't know exactly how you get to it. For me, it's blackboard.pace.edu. For you, I'd imagine it's blackboard.lehman.edu. Once you are in, if I go over here, I have a bunch of different things. I'm sure you have other options. I'm going to go to courses. And here is the course I'm taking right now. It also has lists like everything else I've ever taken, which is kind of annoying because in this case it's the first one, but it isn't always the first one. So anyway, I'm going to go here, and this is my course page. Now, I think you have the option. I think you just have like a little thing you have to click to just edit this. I can't make any changes. So like in the announcements pages, which is here, I can't make any changes. I'm sure you can. But there's the announcements where anything new that happens to the class. So it tells you when it's been posted, what it is. Faculty information. There'll be a picture of you there probably, and all your info. For this class, the syllabus is it's downloaded. So like if I click on this, I can download the syllabus. On some of my courses, it's just been on the screen there. Again, would depend on, I guess, how you upload it or anything like that. Documents are anything that's important. For you, I'm guessing probably either writing things by hand and scanning them in or something like that. Typing math is such a nightmare, it's not even funny. But if not, there's lots of good sites out there. You can always get work from. I don't know whether you have an e-textbook or like a physical textbook. If you have a physical textbook, I would think that you maybe want to, write down some answers, some solutions to some of the problems and post them here. The discussion board is which is what we use a lot in our class. It's pretty much, we go in, we post something, and then you have to respond to other people's posts. It's a way to make like an artificial conversation out of the class. I don't know how practical that is for math. He is much part of Moneyball, so he's an okay guy, I guess. But again, I don't know how practical that is for a math class, but I mean, I guess you can post questions, or your students can ask you questions, or if they had questions, maybe somebody else in the class could respond to. This is a good place to do it. Tools over here, as well as just different stuff that the school has access to. I don't know what Lehman has access to. Again, it might be a textbook or something like that. Assignments or anything that you have that you want the kids to do. So this is this. Also, in here is stuff that we've done in previous classes. So like this is a PowerPoint from one of the old classes that he did. So when he's done with the class, he posts stuff here and it stays up here. So I'm going to show you how to record a video. If you want, you might want to record a video in case someone missed class. You can leave it up there. I know everybody right now is kind of working on crazy schedules and whatnot where it might be in their best interest. Going down here, attendance, my grades. Grades, this is what everybody got on each assignment. So you're going to have to go ahead and enter in what everybody got. Again, just be fair with your students. If you're me, you get 90 out of 90 because you're crushing it. And then the last thing I want to show you down here is email, purchase course materials, Blackboard help, Collaborate Ultra. So the first thing I need to do is I need to change some settings on my computer because I have it's going to open up the camera and it's going to open up the microphone. So I have mine set that it won't be able to do that. You can dial in with a phone. Like I know a lot of people right now, a lot of parents, especially I know you got a lot of adult students. They got kids at home and they're struggling with the number of devices. If they have a house phone, literally they can call up. Again, I don't know how practical that is for a math class because you really need to be able to see things. But anyway, they can dial in with a phone if they wanted to. Once you go here, it's going to bring you into the room. Normally they ask me to test my microphone and whatnot, but here it is down here. This is if you wanted to share audio. You click here and now it's playing on somebody else's screen. There's nobody else in the class right now. This right here is to share videos. Now you can see me. You can be like up close and personal, right? Okay. And then over here is if your students want to raise their hand. And if you hover over this is just you. You know, they can tell you how they feel. They're happy, surprised. They want you to go faster. They want you to go slower. Nobody in my class has ever used any of these. The only thing you might see is occasionally is they're away. You know, so if you press away, now you stepped away from the computer or anything like that. So just to let you know as the teacher that they're not there. If you click on this little tab over here, it brings out a window of everybody who's in class. Right now it's me. And there's a little message board over here. So your students can post things on there and ask questions back and forth to each other. They can address them to individual people or the whole class. Again, I know for sure that you have something on here that will let you write on the screen. It would be in your best interest to do so. Writing math is much easier than it is to type. But there definitely is a screen write thing. I'm going to show you how to do it in Zoom, just because I'm feeling it's similar, but I can't write on the screen here, so it doesn't really do me a whole lot of good. So I'm going to open up Zoom to show you what that's like. I know Zoom over the last Zoom over the last couple weeks has gotten a little grief because of privacy issues and stuff like that. I'm just showing you because they're all pretty much the same. I know at my job they want us to start using Microsoft Teams is the one they want us to start using because it's a little more secure, and they pay for it. I am sure that Lehman College pays for something. Whether it's just Blackboard or whether they have something else, I'm sure they pay for something like this. So I would find out what they use. If not, so I'm going to show you on Zoom with the hopes that it's similar to whatever they give you guys to use. So once I get here, I can start a new meeting, and there's me. Oh, super duper up close. Usually it's smaller than that because I'm not the only one in here, but really, really close. It's like danger close. Okay. Anyway, so here's me. You should be able to see me. I'm going to mute myself, so it's come out twice. And in addition to this, and seeing me like entirely too close, usually it's much, much smaller. It's a full screen. It's just a lot of me up close. Usually there'll be a bunch of different people here who are, you know, in your class. Right now, since it's just me, it's all me. Usually there are little boxes on the screen. Anyway, there's same thing. There's a chat. If you press chat, it'll bring up here. You can address it to everybody or individual people. You can also share your screen, which is a cool feature. So if you share your screen, what you can do is you can open up, I don't know, like, that window we're just in. Now I can show you, hey, here's how you do this. You know, so I can show you, hey, if you wanted to go somewhere, go here. And then same thing, like if I go to like YouTube, like you can go to YouTube and you can see, like I can show you a video on YouTube or something like that. So it's a good way to kind of see things and look through stuff. I don't know exactly how fast it comes up, but again, like I said, if you went to like downstairs math, so that's my YouTube page. It's me. Okay, so these are, you know, I can show you, oh, here's how you get there, and here's how you are going to get different videos. So these are videos that I put up for my kids over the last couple weeks. And so again, like I said, just so you know, there's a lot of stuff here that you guys are doing: standard Herman distributions, equations of circles, you know, properties of parallelograms and stuff like that. I also do want to show you something like this might be useful for you if you are not tech savvy and you've got someone in your house with a camera. To just stand there and write on a whiteboard and show it to the camera. I think everybody at this point knows that we're working with tough stuff, with, you know, difficult times or whatever. I do want to show you, most importantly though, they do have a whiteboard sharing thing. So that is a useful feature because now you can go ahead and you can write on the screen. So you can actually go ahead and you can write on here, you know, different things that you would use. So, you know, if you want to say that I squared is -1 or something like that, you can write on here so they can see your handsome face up here, and then they can see what you're writing over here. You notice I got a pen. I really, if you spend 40 bucks and get something like this, I found this in the closet of my school. What it is just a little tablet, and you write on it, and it shows up on the screen. Like definitely worth the money as a math teacher or whatever to have something like this, because typing math is like the biggest pain in the world. So I mean that's about it. The other couple programs I use, I'm gonna close this because this is really kind of danger close right now. The other tools that I tend to use are Smart Notebook and Smart Recorder. So Smart Notebook is probably on, if Lehman gave you a computer, Smart Notebook is probably on there because it's what you use for the smart boards. And what it is it's the same thing. It's pretty much kind of like what I was just showing you, where it's kind of a cross between like PowerPoint and things like that, which you can write on the screen and things like that if you have a screen write software. It will do, there are some tools to convert it to like math formulas and stuff like that. I haven't, had a whole lot of stuff like that. It's also very useful if you wanted to. So if you needed to, have a picture of, say you were graphing something. Now I know you're a pretty resourceful guy and you know how to kind of get things up there and drawn if you got to draw an X and Y axis. But if you're using a computer and there's some things on there you can do, something like this is probably very useful. I keep it, honestly, I saved it in my folder so I can very easily get a coordinate plane whenever I need one. Again, it'll make it a little bit easier to graph. It'll save you a little time. Like I said, it's probably on your computer if Lehman gave you a computer. If you're using your own, you can download it. It's free with like a 30-day trial. So see if you like it, and then see if Lehman has a license for it. The other thing I use is that's actually what I'm using to make this video right now is a screen recorder, and that's part of the SmartBoard software. So anyway, like I said, I hope this was a real quick kind of overview of things. If you have specific questions, send them over and I'll try and answer them for you. If not, in the meantime, man, like I said, I've developed a pretty good catalog worth of stuff on my YouTube page. And if your kids got specific questions, I got no problem helping them out. Just algebra. Don't be trying to send me calculus questions or anything like that, man. It's been too long. It's not 2003 anymore, so it's been a while. All right, man. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later.